Welcome back to Tousi TV, ladies and gentlemen. We have some breaking news coming from the Middle East and actually the United States, as the Pentagon have now ordered the second aircraft carrier, George H.W. Bush, USS George H.W. Bush, to move towards Iran, as the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps have now said that we take this as this is war, as the IRGC are now preparing their troops to potentially hit the state of Israel. And in the middle of all this, we are expecting the second round of negotiations to happen next week, by the way. So over the next few days, things are going to be quite tense. Of course, the super carrier is going to take about a week and a half to 12 days to get to the Middle East. But of course, both the US and Israelis have enough troops if things escalate between now and then. We're going to give you guys all the updates in this live stream. A massive announcement, ladies and gentlemen. Based on popular demand, I have finally surrendered to your requests. Our team have done it again. You can go on tousistore.tv to get access to your latest very own Iran collection merch. Yes, you can get all these lovely t-shirts. You got the Sun and Lion flag, you got the Final Battle t-shirts, and the Lion Rises. Of course, you can also get them in, I believe, hats and mugs and other things. The link is in the description, or just go on tousistore.tv. Get your own very merch. The revolution is here, and this is the final battle. All right, let's talk about what's going on in the Middle East as we await some information from the Department of War on the latest of the mobilization info. So, Pentagon have now ordered the second aircraft carrier strike group, USS George H.W. Bush, to be deployed to the Middle East. Now, the US forces obviously are preparing for the possible direct conflict with the Islamic Republic, while technically speaking, the diplomats are talking. Now, first things first, this super carrier has been wrapping up their training drills at just off the coast of Virginia. But one thing is, if they accelerate the timeline, we might potentially see them get there in about 10 days' time. But it's not really just about this aircraft carrier. It's about what could happen before, potentially speaking. Now, there's again a lot of rumors on social media that there is definitely going to be an attack tonight. There is no guarantee there's going to be an attack tonight, but you never know. As of now, for the next few days and few weeks, any day something could escalate, mostly because the Islamic Republic are now on standby to launch a preemptive attack. Now, President Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu met earlier in the White House, and the message is quite clear, that both the United States and Israel are united against the IRGC on all talking points, whether it's the ballistic missiles, the nuclear, and being prepared for potential conflict. The ballistic missiles remains the red line, which is very difficult for the Islamic Republic to even accept. They're not going to accept any deal that includes the ballistic missiles on the table. So you're not going to have a deal. There are speculations coming from DC that the scenario that we might potentially see is that the Israeli Defense Forces will carry out the first wave of attacks. Now, before the Americans go in, because some of the rhetoric coming from Washington is that we are ready, but Israel might have to do what Israel has to do. So they keep repeating the same thing, that, well, yeah, while we have our own problems with the IRGC, Israel have their own problems as well. If they're going to do something, they're going to do something. And the Israelis, apparently according to the Israeli government, Netanyahu presented the latest data leaked from Iran about the defense capabilities as well as the missile capabilities of the IRGC. This is to basically create urgency for both America and Israel, that we can't just leave these guys alone another few weeks, another few months, and they can just increase the arsenal. We have this from the Department of War saying American air power, second to none. A US Army artillery regiment train relentlessly to ensure readiness and boost lethality. Now, we have seen a number of these type of social media posts by the Department of War over the last few days, and it seemed to be sending a very subtle but direct signal that basically don't F around with the Americans. Someone said, is there any news on the biological chemical WMDs in Iran? No. Now, going to the situation with inside the country, something fascinating happened earlier today. Well, today was the 47th anniversary of the Islamic occupation paramilitary coup. Now, as you guys know, on this channel, every now and then we debunk fake news and false information and rumors that happen on social media or mainstream media. Today, we are debunking yet another fake news. And that fake news came from Tousi TV. Yes, yesterday on this channel, the presenter of this channel, this guy, did the fake news. I got my dates wrong. So every day is the same at this point. We were talking about today, which is the 22nd of Bahman in terms of the Persian calendar. It's the official anniversary of the Islamic Republic. But I got my dates wrong. I thought that's the date when Khomeini arrived in Iran. Well, before that, basically, when the Shah left Iran. And no, that was wrong. That was technically, 12 days ago. 10 days ago. So that was fake news. I got my dates wrong. I apologize. Now let's talk about the protests. The nighttime protests in Iran continue as well. People continue to obviously write Javid Shah or Long Live the King on the walls. But today we had the anniversary, right? Something funny happened. The Islamic Republic of Iran, that has the support of about 5% of the population. Now, we have about 90-ish million people in Iran, so you should expect about 3 to 4 to 5 million people to support the Islamic Republic. You should be able to bring out a few million people if you are doing a massive anniversary of your revolution. Well, that didn't actually happen. I'm going to expose what happened in Iran today because the Islamic Republic State TV decided to say that about 35 million people came out on the street to celebrate. 35 million people. Okay, this is from Mashhad, which is the second largest city in Iran with a population of about 3.5 million people. And this is also the holy Shia headquarters for Khamenei, who's from there. But this is all they could bring out. Now, you look at the analysis, the crowd is about 485 people because it's all spread around. But that's not the only thing. The Iranian state media started to show multiple screens from different protests in different cities, right? But there's that woman holding the poster. She somehow happens to be in 2 different cities at the same time. She's in Qazvin, bottom left, and she's also in Khorramabad, which is obviously the upper right-hand side of the screen. Now, if that wasn't embarrassing enough, the IRGC aerospace commander, General Amir Ali Hajizadeh, who was killed during the 12-day war, the Israeli Defense Forces eliminated him. They had a funeral and everything else. Well, somehow today, the footage from the Islamic Republic state media of the celebrations, here's the IRGC commander. Wait. That's the guy. Look. The guy right in the middle. And the kids are going towards him. That's the commander who died 6-7 months ago. Oh, because they are using last year's footage. They started using old videos to claim that this is happening now. Even back then, the crowd wasn't even that big anymore. But the best way to expose this is actually from one of our Iranian sources inside the country that basically is going to show you the screen on TV of the main square of his town, and then he's going to show you from out of his window what's actually happening.
بچه اینجایی که میبینید میدون امام ساریه خب پخشش هم زده زنده.
So that's the Sari Square. I'm going to translate. So that's live footage apparently. He's going to show you from the window. This is the funniest thing ever. That's wait. That's it. It's going to zoom in.
جالبه نه؟ اونجا چند نفرن اینجا کلا انقدر. همونجایی که تصویر شده ببینید.
Yeah, wait, let's show you the beginning, the TV screen. That's what they showed, right? Massive crowd. And he just filmed from his window. There's hardly anybody there. As I said, they've been claiming that they had about 26 to 30 million people that showed up at the rally. Well, look at the footage. This is filmed by the Iranians. Look at that. They're walking around the loop like a bunch of ants. Oh, that's so sad. That's like 50 people over there. It's one person with a megaphone. It's so good. But all this is all they had to show up, to start chanting, "Death to America, death to Israel." Watch this. It's so embarrassing. Wow. That's it. That's all they have. Now, but after getting caught, it gets better. It gets much better. After getting caught, they decided, because they realized they keep doing whoopsies. They're broadcasting the wrong footage and people are getting caught, right? They start using AI. You've seen what they've been doing over the last few weeks, right? With all the AI videos from their military. It hasn't been the best work, right? Apart from the last one, that was actually pretty good. The last AI video when they destroyed Tel Aviv. Boom, boom, Tel Aviv. That was good. Well done. Well made. But they decided to go back to ChatGPT and make fake videos of a crowd. This is all they could come up with. They broadcast this. The problem with this video, firstly, they could have done better in terms of a bigger crowd, but I think they didn't want to make it too obvious. People paid attention to the detail of this crowd. It's on the loop, but not properly loop, because there's a couple of people who just appear and reappear and reappear. So at the 6-second mark, you can see the finger, that guy with the white shirt and some sort of grey suit, and then 17 seconds, that guy's gone back somehow. And there was a kid who didn't have anything in her hand, and then she just brought a flag out of nowhere. She's going to be the best future magician of Iran. So it's all kicking off. It's all great. Everything is fine in Iran. There is no emergency and there is no desperation. Absolutely embarrassing level of crowd. Let's go to the next one. Not bad. Someone, can you guys, on my behalf, I'll give you permission to respond to this guy at Java5178, so I don't have to bother. He says, "No one cares about Iran. Stop reporting on the crap that gets everyone down. Here is an idea. Report on positive news." Wait. If people don't care about Iran, why does this get them down? If they don't care, it's not going to get them down. Guys, deal with this absolute nutter. Anyway, there is also the role of the Western media. Jokes aside, the Islamic Republic have created a number of propaganda mouthpieces for themselves. CNN, BBC News, and a couple of others, of course. Al Jazeera already in their pockets anyway. BBC News were invited to go to Tehran to report a very impartial and objective news report from the anniversary of the Islamic Republic. The bunch of their supporters turning up, right? This is what the BBC, this is how the BBC, funded by the British taxpayer, reported from Iran.
This is what the government wants to see on its streets. People coming out here in Tehran and in cities and towns across this country to show their support for the Islamic Republic and the revolution, now 47 years old. It's a public holiday today, and here in Tehran it feels like a family festival. Iranians waving.
Did she actually say, it feels like a family festival? It's like Glastonbury, right?
Now 47 years old. It's a public holiday today, and here in Tehran it feels like a family festival. Iranians waving their flags and chanting slogans in support. This is the government's political reply to the unprecedented protests which swept the streets here in the capital and across Iran, and were put down with unprecedented force. Today was the country's president, Masoud Pezeshkian, who addressed the main rally, accusing people described as the enemies of the revolution, including Britain and the United States. He said, we're trying to bring down the revolution. He also accused them of instigating unrest.
Why are you repeating their propaganda?
But he also apologized to Iranians for their economic suffering and said the government was listening. As Iran marks these 47 years, it now faces its biggest challenge since its revolution of 1979.
She just became the propaganda parrot. She literally just said what they wanted her to say. She didn't say, they are claiming, by the way, they are lying, but they are claiming this or they're claiming that. She just said it as a matter of fact that obviously the government, the Iranians are out. Family festival, the Iranians, not the IRGC, they're out. And also their government apologized to the Iranian nation for economic incompetence, mismanagement. Everything's going to be fine. The government has apologized. What? What are you talking about? You think that's bad? Bushra Sheikh. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are familiar with Bushra, or at least if you're familiar with this channel, Bushra Sheikh, or as I call her, Big Bush, presumably. She is a UK Pakistani who is a far-left activist and an Islamist media commentator. She was funded, paid by the Islamic Republic to go to Tehran today, and because she is protected, she's allowed to not wear a headscarf, a hijab. Let's go to the report by Bushra Sheikh, or Big Bush.
Hi everyone, I'm Bushra Sheikh in Tehran Square at the moment, where you can see hundreds, thousands, millions of people here today coming together to support their nation, the Islamic Republic of Iran. I have seen it for myself. I will be reporting all day for you guys. There's a lot of noise here at the moment, but I think it's important for the public to really understand what is happening inside of Iran right now. It's a coming together of people, and I think it's one of the most amazing things to see, coming together and saying no to America.
Sorry, hang on. Sorry, I need to pull. There's like 20 people behind her. That's what she can't show you, the whole crowd.
Saying no to Israel, and this is what they have to do, show support in solidarity with one another. I'm here myself reporting for you guys in Tehran, Iran.
And then at the end of the night, I'm not getting there. Anyway, that was Big Bush reporting from Tehran. So let's see what we have. We have a big super chat from Edgar saying, you have made learning actual news easier. I no longer have to watch 5 different things. You cover everything I want to know. Thank you. I will be one of the first clients at your pub in Iran. Oh, thank you so much. Also, big news. This Saturday, we will be in München. We'll be in Munich a massive global rally for Iran. The Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi will be there, and everybody else. So we're going to be there, Tousi TV, reporting live. Not as good as Bushra reporting live, as you can see right now with her face and the little microphone. She's obviously better. She's very good at reporting. But I'm trying my best to learn from Big Bush. But we will be there. And of course, you can watch the full coverage of the Munich rally live on Tousi TV. Caroline, can you please do a shout out to my beautiful Iranian friend Adi and his family from London, who are beautiful people, and we Australians fully support the Iranian people against the IRGC Javid Shah. Thank you very much. Big shout out to Adi and also all beautiful Iranians. Not the ugly ones, just the beautiful ones. If you're ugly, you're IRGC. It goes hand in hand. The ugly ones are always IRGC. So beautiful ones, they believe in freedom. To see if Iranians make a hard metal music with utensils and masses from their houses, it will make IRGC even more paranoid. No, they're just going to shoot at all the houses and all the windows to kill them. Super sticker here from Martin. Paul says, how are people doing for food and water, medicine, cash? Obviously, there are shortages, but everything's expensive, massive inflation. It's difficult, but they've been practicing for this. They've been warming up for about 47 years with economic crisis every single day. So this has just accelerated a little bit, but it's difficult, but they are resilient people. I'm going to buy all the Quran from Iran for cheap and sell them as high quality originals to the UK. BBC will advertise me. Genius idea, by the way. Quran is in high demand in the UK. Not in Iran, obviously, but yeah, in the UK, it's one of the most popular books, as you guys know. World Israel News stated a presenter, instead of shouting death to America, shouted death to Khomeini. Yes, actually, I was going to show you that, but I thought, hang on, let me see if I can find it. I thought it might not be relevant, but it is kind of funny if I could find that video. During I think they was making a speech on the Iranian state TV, and accidentally said death to Khomeini. Oh yeah, I found it. This is the funniest thing I've seen. The thing is, yeah, I'm gonna have to translate this because I don't have time to put subtitles on the actual footage. Also, this way we could get rid of Bushra Sheikh's face, because that face is not appetizing. Where is it? There we go. Let's get ready for this. This is the funniest thing. It's fine. It's only a few seconds. You can hear the word Khomeini, but I will translate it at the end. This is worth it, trust me. Watch this. Whoa, there we go.
مردم آحاد مردم کارمندان آحاد مردم تفادی مردم دو راحت کن یکی نشان بده الله اکبر مرگ بر خامنه ای و مرگ بر
Said everybody's here, the workers, ordinary people, they're here to chant Allahu Akbar and death to Khomeini. You had one job, and you're now dead. See? You're dead. Dead man walking. Ivan says, what crack is she smoking? Oh, the BBC woman. Opium. The IRGC love opium. Met the Shah at the White House in 77. Since 79, I wanted to get these guys 32 years US Army, 6 years combat, wounded 20 times. Oh. And now over 70, and I wish I was on this operation. Old and sitting on the bench sucks for an old warrior. It's fun. You can enjoy it. So just get some popcorn, watch it live on Tousi TV when the operation begins. Also, 20 times. Are you sure you're not RoboCop or the Terminator? Because they seem to be invincible. Well done, and thank you for your service. What happened to the girl in the famous picture of her setting picture of Khamenei and then lighting a cigarette with the picture? Was she arrested? Was she executed? Wow. What actually happened to her is that she became our symbol on our latest merch. The Tousi TV merch, the Iran collection is now out. You can get the Final Battle t-shirts or the Iranian flag or the Lion Risers. You can also get them in hats and mugs and hoodies and everything else. Just go on tousistore.tv. To answer that question, she's okay because that girl, the actual famous picture, she was actually living in, I want to say either Canada or France. Same thing. Canada or France, same thing. Yeah, she was actually Iranian but abroad. So that photo you see, obviously in the middle, that girl who actually did the first symbolic smoking cigarettes, she wasn't actually in Iran, so she's okay. But obviously a lot of people started doing the same thing after her. But yes, you can now get your very own Tousi TV Iran collection merch by going on tousistore.tv. The link is also in the description. Get our limited Iran collection offer. What happened? Oh, that's the same thing. I'm just repeating. Big one again from Edgar saying, as a journalist, your job is not to cheer up your viewers, to tell the facts, to tell the truth. And you're doing that. I don't know what's there to be cheery about right now. It's a sad time, but soon we will celebrate, all of us. Javid Shah. There's an H missing, but it's okay. I'll forgive you on behalf of the king. Yes, I agree. But that's why I have to try my best to at least make it less doom and gloomy, because everybody's a little bit depressed. But the world is full of negative news. And that is, unfortunately, the nature of news. If I start a live report saying, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Today's report. The sky is sunny. Everybody's walking home from work happy with extra money in their pockets. Thank you so much for watching on Maya Tousi and We Are the Media. You're going to be like, what? That would be great. But that is not happening. That's not what's happening in real world. Unfortunately, we are currently going through a bit of turbulence across the world, not just Iran. We have problems in the UK. We have problems in Canada. We have problems everywhere. So yeah, that's why I have to make it slightly less dark. Unlike my face. Anyway. Carrie, oh god, anti-Semites are back. Candace, Tucker, talking points at Trump's Religious Liberty Commission. She was fired from the council, but she will get publicity. Yeah, nothing to do with this, of course, but yes, it's a good point. Why don't you report on good stuff? Excuse me, this is great. Positive, beautiful news. Beautiful. Also, notice who opposed this change is ugly as hell. Who opposes this change? Change or channel? Both. Yes, actually, this news update. Hang on, I just realized, what was that guy talking about? That idiot who was ranting earlier saying, oh, Maya, why are you talking about negative things? Blah, blah, blah. Hang on, first we have Nick in the live chat saying, Tousi, your hair is almost as bad as Bushra's bush. Firstly, Simon, you don't know about Bushra's big bush, allegedly, unless you know her. Secondly, my hair bush is much better than her bush. Thirdly, that guy who was ranting about negative news, right? This is positive news. What are you talking about? Number one, President Trump and Pentagon have now deployed USS George H.W. Bush, get it? Aircraft carrier towards Iran. Good news. Number two, Bibi and the Donald had a meeting. They are united against the Islamic Republic. That's good. Number three, the 47th anniversary of the Islamic paramilitary coup in Iran has been a humiliation for the IRGC. Number four, I'm still having a good hair day. And you don't need number five. Who needs number five? That's a lot of good news. Where is the negativity here? Calm down, dear. And I've made a revolutionary song I think you will love. How can I get it over to you? Feel free to send it to our team. Email it to us on our website, tousi.tv, and say revolutionary song. Yeah. Unfortunately, we get about 1 million emails every day. So if you have any customer service issues, it takes a couple of days to respond, because there's a lot of people who just randomly send links, like news links. We have a news team, by the way, that we find news, and the people keep sending links with no context, just links. So we get like 5 million emails every day, just people sending links to our inbox. So it takes a while to filter through everything else. An apology to YouTube. They are not censoring based on ideology. It's guardrails to protect users like me from lunatics. Google has their hands full. What is happening here? Sir, it's not F around. It should be, you may test that assumption at your convenience. Best wishes from Cornwall. Long live the real Iran. It's not F around. It should be, you may test that assumption at your convenience. That is a good one. That's good. Someone needs to tell the White House, President Trump should end his tweets with that. Tousi TV, come for the news, stay for the fun of calling out idiots on the internet. That's what I was born to do. That's literally my purpose in life. Javid Shah, I'm Israel Chai. Long live Tousi TV. Gotta add that. You forgot to add it. Hey, I do the dad jokes. You do realize, Ivan, I am literally practicing to become a dad. And I'm trying my best before you start asking questions. Where is the baby? I'm trying. It's just that we're very busy, thanks to Khomeini, making my life harder every single day. But one day I will be a dad, and my dad jokes will destroy all other dad jokes. More good news. Your hair looks perfect, even though it looks like a bush. What sort of bush have you been looking at? Well, who puts gel? Actually, this is not even gel. It does look like I put gel on it, but it's not. It's just natural beauty. I was born like this. And I've uploaded it to my channel, actually. There we go. Your channel is this, right? Tempest Prime 1269. Wow, you're old. See? Dad jokes. Check it out. Check out the channel, guys. Paul says Iran, Asian futsal champions. Yeah, yes, I saw that. And they were not really celebrating. There was also the women's football team. There were two sports, basically, that the Iranians won this week, and the players refused to celebrate. That was their protest, basically. They're going to get into big trouble. That Bushra video looks like a backdrop, by the way. Oh, no, she's there. Oh, I know she's there. It looks fake. Look how people walk past there almost as moving through. No, she's there. She's in Iran. I know she's in Tehran. I got my sources. It's Candace Owens. No, she's in Tehran. And she's been there before anyway, so she gets paid to go there. She's loving it. She loves the beardy, weirdy IRGC guys. Because they give him money. And let's have a look. I wish to start my own YouTube soon to really expose this evil, vile... Oh, I was thinking this is going to go the wrong way. I thought you were going to say, to expose this evil, vile Tousi. But you didn't say that. People, thank you, Tousi, and a few of those that still have humanity in you. Them. You and them. To expose all these. Yes. Thank you so much. I thought you were going to expose me. I was like, I've already done that before. I'm uncancelable because I already cancelled myself. And Kabus says, all those who sacrificed their lives did not want to be mourned. They had willed that instead of mourning, they should be celebrated and danced for in the manner of the Iranian culture. And that is the powerful part of the Iranian spirit against what I call Arabism. Because, of course, the culture that came from the Arab deserts, which was accelerated by Momo, who was choked on a mountain by an angel, apparently, and started his own religion. Islam spread a lot of misery. Instead of promoting and fighting for life and freedom, it promotes death and misery. That's why you have to walk around wearing black all the time, even when you're happy. So the Iranians are fighting back. the way they fight back, which is smiling, joking, dancing, singing. Not always with good voice, but they still try. And that's what's been going on with the funerals and memorials for the people who have been murdered. The fight continues. Of course, there's still a lot of sadness, there's still a lot of depression, there's still a lot of stress right now in Iran. If you talk to normal people, they are fed up, but they have to keep optimism. They have to stay motivated because this is the final battle. And Pahlavi is returning. Let's have a look. Also, don't forget. Do you remember? What did I tell you? You forgot already. Get it. It's here. There we go. We've just released our Iran merch. Finally. The revolution is almost finished and we finally decided to release our Iran collection on our Tousi store. You can access that by going on tousistore.tv. I forgot our own website address. tousistore.tv. You can get not just t-shirts, you can get hoodies and mugs and everything else. My favorite is the final battle, and which is the girl with the cigarettes and Khomeini's poster, and also the Lion Rises. That's a good one as well. So yeah, I'm just giving you my recommendation. There are also all the other stuff as well. So check out tousistore.tv, our limited Iran collection. Go get it now while it's hot plate, as they say in Chinese restaurants. Now, watched you for years. You are the mainstream media. Iran, UK, how dare you? How dare you call me the mainstream media? I am so much worse than that. I know what you're trying to say, by the way. We are the media. Thank you. Just not mainstream. Do you see much love from Los Angeles? Thank you for reporting the truth. This regime will fall before Nowruz. Javid Shah. Yes, Nowruz is the Persian New Year, which is on the 20th of March. By that point it will be accelerating anyway, so we'll see what happens. Edgar is back. Javid Shah, my apologies to His Majesty and the Iranian people for misspelling Shah. Did you just do another $50 super chat just to correct your spelling? Why are you wasting your money, Edgar? Stop doing. I always tell people, stop burning your money with super chats. You know what you can do? You know, right? You do not, right? Okay, good. Get your own t-shirts. tousistore.tv. Okay. If you're going to burn your money, burn it on something good. How would the US disarm the IRGC and avoid them becoming some sort of ISIS 2.0? They're Shia. They can't even do any of that without putting boots on the ground. Best from Venezuelan in Berlin. Brilliant. So, yeah, that won't happen. The difficulty is completely defeating them. That's the difficulty. You don't have to worry about the IRGC becoming some sort of ISIS. They're not that sort of people. But they're not going to be organized enough anyway. And they are a cult. And the cult is behind, basically following Khomeini. You take out Khomeini, they're going to be crying for the next 50 years. But what is difficult is dragging them out of the country or arresting them. Either killing them or dragging them out is going to be hard because they're going to go into their holes, literally holes. And that's going to take a while to clean up the place. So that's the difficulty. You're going to have eventually some boots on the ground in terms of special forces, whether it's going to be the United States or Israel or the military, the armed forces of Iran, who can then come out against the IRGC when the time is right. One of those three groups will have to basically, on the ground, go and drag these rats out of their holes. Momo used his father's name, Abdullah, to trick stupid people. Yeah, which is quite impressive. The cult he created in the 7th century, 6th, 7th century. You know, you got to give credit where it deserves. You know, we got a few million people, few million, yeah, couple of billion people going around believing in what Momo was talking about. Also, I'm a Baha'i, and this is so personal for us. We can't wait for these people to face a judgment. Death to Khomeini. God bless the Baha'is as well. Massive minority. That's an oxymoron. Massive minority. Very important minority. That's better sentencing. Good people, by the way. Very good people. And Roger says, Tousi TV should be free for Americans. Why are you paying watching YouTube that's already free? You do realize Tousi TV is free. I am so cheap, I'm free. You can literally click on a video, it comes up for free. You might have to watch a 3-second ad. That's not my fault. But we remain free. Sayonara. But if you want to become a member of Tousi TV Plus, that's a whole different argument. You can become a member of Tousi TV Plus, which is our independent platform, and you can only get access to that by going on tousi.tv or just scan that QR code on the screen there, but then you get full access to our exclusive documentaries and original series and podcasts and interviews and many other things. Of course, the YouTube Live is on YouTube. That's different, but everything else is on our streaming service, which you can also access on the Tousi TV app. And no, we're not making that free for Americans. You guys have money. Come on, man. Rumble says, Big Bush, she must have a reputation. Allegedly. I didn't say anything, but... and... what? Okay. I am very disappointed tonight because we haven't had enough trolls. I really, really wanted some trolls. Oh well. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to keep you guys posted on the developments in the Middle East. Don't forget to get your own Iran merch right now by going on tousistore.tv or find the link in the description. I'm Maya Tousi, and we are the media.